Hey Space T fam, T here, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a sovereign citizen who changes up his tune towards the end of the court hearing once the judge offers him a driving program that is really going to help him in the end of things. And so he kind of drops the Soft Sit Act, which I love to see. I know that I feature a lot of sovereigns on this channel, but I also like to educate people because I know that these soft sits are just growing more and more every day. And people could be easily influenced by these idiots and potentially ruin their lives. So as much as I love to feature them, I do love to see them drop the act and actually just follow the law like we all are expected to follow the law. Because yeah, social media is just way different nowadays than it used to be. And there's just so many things that are just so corrupt and easily influenced on young people. And I just hate to see it. So don't be a soft sit. Just don't. Just follow the law. Do what you need to do. Mind your biz. And you're good. But before I get into the video, please like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bells. That way you're notified anytime I post a crazy sovereign citizen. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Is that Mr. Myrick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Myrick, good morning. I've got this set for a pretrial. Now, I have a note here that said that you were not interested in court-appointed counsel, which is fine. Basically, at this point in time, it's a pretrial. So I would set you up with a breakout room with the prosecutor to see, what if they have any offers or what their story is. I just want to make sure when you go in there, like you don't have an attorney with you and they're the attorney on the other side. They may give you an offer that you like, and that's fine. But I just want to make sure that that at any point in time, if you don't like the way the conversation is heading, if you change your mind and you do want to come back and ask for an attorney, just come back and let me know. Okay.
Okay. Before I get into the breakout room, Your Honor, I do want to address we are in the pretrial stage, and in the arraignment stage, I was entered a plea involuntarily. So I would love to have an ample amount of time to draw a meaningful defense. If anything, there was some questionable things that the last judge mentioned that I haven't found at all as far as a statutory jurisdiction. But I would like to have time to draw a meaningful defense as well.
Okay, so do you not want to meet with the prosecutor then?
Well, I don't think it's completely prudent right now, simply because we haven't technically went past the arraignment stage of this process. I feel as if my due process has been violated. Fifth and 14th Amendment. I didn't enter a plea, and here we are in pretrial. So I would like to kind of digress a little bit and have at least enough time to develop a meaningful defense.
Okay, I guess I'm a little confused. So you had an arraignment date, and
Yes.
at that arraignment date, did you refuse to enter? Did you refuse to enter a plea? Because that's the time where a plea of some sort has to be entered. So at that point in time, did you, of your own volition, say, "I'm not saying anything at all"?
Well, that wasn't totally the case, but I didn't have understanding of what court I was in, and I didn't understand if it was a criminal jurisdiction, civil jurisdiction, and based on the at least the federal laws for sure, we didn't come up to an understanding. So
okay, so were you in? So just so I understand, were you in custody at the time you were arraigned? Were you in custody?
No, sir.
Okay, so how did you know how to even zoom in and get here?
Say that again, Your Honor.
How did you know, like, for the arraignment, like, so oftentimes when there's an arraignment, that happens when someone's been arrested and they're sitting in custody, okay, or if they've received a ticket or some sort of notification. So you just said to me that you didn't even know what court you were in. So I just want to know, like, how did you know how to how to get here? How did you know how to zoom in? Because the
Oh,
Zoom
no, no.
information contains all of our like what court it is, what magistrate, like all of that's contained in there. So I just how did you
Right.
know otherwise?
No, I did receive a ticket, and I got notice. But what my issue was appearing here on special appearance today, and I needed to get understanding of what jurisdiction I was in.
Okay. All right. So I guess because I definitely want to make sure that people know where they're supposed to be. So I think I'm looking at the same ticket that you had. So
Hmm.
it says on the ticket 44th District Court, Royal Oak. And then the court address is on there. And then you said that you received notice. So the notice that went out, it would have had the Zoom instructions. Again, Mr. Myrick, as you can imagine, we are, I'm always very concerned in making sure people have the proper notification and all of that. So it does
Yes, sir.
appear that, I mean, you're here a second time.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that I was, now looking at the file here, you were ordered to post a bond and you didn't. Now, that was, I'm reading the notes here. It says there was a bond of 1,000 cash surety, no 10%. So $1,000 bond was expected to be paid within 48 hours. Now, Mr. Meyer, we're here today. You showed up on time. So one of the reasons that a bond is ordered is one, for the safety of the community, and two, to a secure appearance. Well, you come here a second time, and so I am very comfortable that you are going to continue to show up. So I, at the very least, for you, Mr. Myrick, today, as long as you continue to abide by the expectation that you'll show up, and you have twice now, I'm going to actually amend that bond. So even though you were supposed to do it
Thank you,
within
Your
40 hours and you didn't, okay, the fact that you showed up here again, at least to me, is enough evidence to suggest that I can count on your appearance going forward. So,
Your
uh,
Honor. That's
um,
righteous. And what I'm ultimately asking Your Honor is that if I can have more time to I don't have any discovery. I don't have any. I don't have what I need to assess to move forward. So if I can
okay.
have more time,
I have no
to,
problem adjourn. I have no problem adjourning the pretrial so that you could do some more information gathering.
yes, sir.
Just to let you know, Mr. Myrick, again, like our court, as you can imagine, with 696-75 Woodward, we have a lot of traffic misdemeanors that come through this court. And one of our signature programs that we've been doing for the last 8 years is, trying to really help people, because I would imagine that you pay attention to the challenges of the Metro Detroit area and public transportation issues and people's ability to get around, and how many people over time have got themselves in the cycle of, they have to drive, but they pick up a ticket and they can't pay that ticket. So the license gets suspended and they get stuck in the cycle forever and ever and ever. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
in our Operation Drive program, what we've done over the last, now we're in the last 8 to 10 years, we're keeping stats since March of 2016. So in the last 9 years, we're over 1,700 licenses restored. So like that's something that we try to do, is make sure that we inform, educate, get people the information that they need, which, Mr. Myrick, you could probably imagine, for years and years, the court system hasn't been great about letting people know even where to start, how to get their license. So
Yes,
in the
sir.
meantime, while you're doing your investigation, I at least want to let you know what's on your record so that you can at least know, because some people don't even know like where to start, how to go, or what to
Yes, sir.
do. And the
And
law
I
has and the
greatly
law has
appreciate you.
and the law has changed in a significant way. It used to be that every single little ticket that you'd get would suspend your license. Now it's only a couple tickets here and there that do that. So
I'm very honored, Your Honor, to be in your courtroom. I think you're the one that I've heard so much good news about, goodwill and good-hearted judge, that assists the public to oppose to um, the opposite. So I truly appreciate your efforts here. Thank you very much.
Judge, you're thinking it's an NPOI?
yeah, it should be an MPOI.
All right. Because there
No
are
proof, no proof
tickets, all of
insurance.
which are showing 45s. So
Really?
yeah. So let me look at the second one. Sorry, it's taking so long.
That's all right. That'd be great
All right.
news, because that'd be just $45.
No proof of insurance. This one was a default judgment. It is showing $45. But it is showing a bond that you posted, sir, back in 2009 of 398. I think they took that, so perhaps they applied it to that fee and they just want the 45. That may be the answer on that one.
Okay, so best case scenario, they'll let you just pay the 45. Okay. Worst case scenario, they'll want the $45 on each of the old tickets. So 135. So best case scenario, 45, worst case scenario, 135. But that's Allen Park.
Wow, that's great.
And that's 24th District Court, sir, if you're looking it up.
24th District.
And it's interesting because these are very old cases, but the close date on the third ticket is 2017. And now I'm getting error readings. So, but there's just 3. Looks like you had your bond taken on the no proof because perhaps you didn't go back, and that may satisfy that.
All right. So Mr. Myrick, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bump this out a couple weeks. You get to work chopping away at that kind of stuff. But I will say this. I only want to bump it out a couple weeks because if you get those things done, all right, I want you to come back and see me. We'll be able to run a new driving record. We'll see if by doing that, all right, that they follow through and let the Secretary of State know. Because if they take your money and they don't let the Secretary of State know, then the suspensions remain. And then we can even contact the Secretary of State and just make sure that they know, like, oh, by the way, he paid those. And then when you come back here, you can give me an update. But just know, if you've paid those 2 tickets, you should be able to go into the Secretary of State and pay the reinstatement fee and go from there. So what do you think? A couple weeks?
Safely to say, I would say 30 days.
Fine.
If I can have the grace.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you dearly too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll adjourn this 4 weeks, and we'll send notice again. And then just do me a favor, Mr. Myrick, if you run into issues, I'm gonna send you our direct line here at the court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And for example, if you do decide, if you're running into issues, I certainly can connect with Mr. Angot, Ms. Chappelli there. Mr. Angot's our MIDC coordinator. I know that you initially were not inclined to go with assigned counsel, but what Ms. Chappelli's doing today is exactly what would be done. So if you just reach out to us, let us know, like if you're running into brick walls and you say, like, I would like an attorney attached to this case, then call us and we'll get it done.
See, it just proves time and time again that the courts help out these sovereign citizens. And so this is really a great education video for everyone, that there are a lot of courts that offers a lot of different programs, resources that could truly benefit you in the end. So please do not believe everything you read on the internet. Don't fall in line with these sovereign citizens. They know nothing. Clearly, it's proven time and time again. Every time I post one of these sovereign citizen videos, all of their delay tactics, all of their soft sit nonsense goes nowhere, gets them nowhere, and they lose every time. So please protect yourself from these sovereign citizens. Don't believe everything you see online, and please don't go into court and potentially ruin your life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night.